Hi, thanks for coming back for a second video. Today I'm showing you the Whimsy Pond, where I transformed this area into a magical little nook right in front of our hobbit hole entrance. And this is me post-edit, post-crash out. I had an intro that I recorded seconds before disaster. But it's gone. And that glow doesn't exist right now. I promised some cozy stuff here on this channel. So I could tell you about the blocks that I'm using, but we'll have time for that. I did also promise a little bit of chaos here. And the first half of this video is just terraforming anyways. So this is me saying, fuck it, I'll do it live! The absolute journey that this footage has been on just to get onto YouTube is actually insane. I guess to start off, well, first off, this is my first voiceover, but if I'm being honest, I've probably recorded like 20 takes by now. I mean, not necessarily on this one. There was another like short that I used my voice on, and also I sat here and recorded something and the mic was muted the whole time, so love that. But it's really weird. It's really hard to get used to. Okay, so I'm calling this my first video. It's not technically my first video. The first video I've already posted. It was just like really cozy, no commentary. It had really minimal edits. And I just used text on the intro. And when I watched it back, I mean, I liked it. I was proud of it. Or I guess I should say I was proud that I posted it. But it just felt so impersonal with the text on there. And like, because like, so I like YouTube videos with commentary. I like to hear the person behind the channel. I think no commentary videos have a place, and I really like them for like ASMR and like if I'm putting it in the background while I'm doing something else. But like, and it just didn't feel right for me. So I started looking into microphones. I was finding every reason not to do it, not to get one, not to do a voiceover, not to add any kind of commentary. And so it was like, I don't know, like maybe a day or two later after I posted that video, and I was sitting in my office and I just pulled up a Google search for like best mics. And like I said, I was finding every reason not to do it. I don't like my voice. What if my accent comes out? What are people gonna think? Whatever. As I'm closing the Google search, my fiance walks in with a box. I'm like, what is that? It was a microphone. So right then and there, I guess my decision had been made for me. You know, I didn't buy it. Can't really back out of that. Can't close that Google search. It's done. Mike's here. Now I guess I gotta do it. So here I am. But I feel exposed. Which is such a silly thing to say because I'm just sitting here in my office by myself. I don't know, like talking to yourself, it just feels kind of silly. And especially when I think about like there's people in real life that they know where my channel lives now. So hi Sponge Unit, if you're listening, shout out sponges. But the microphone, that was the first thing, and that one's like not really a big deal. That's not what I'm here to talk about. So this particular video, the Whimsy Pond, I had already recorded like 5 hours of it. And I mean, like, this one took me a really long time. I don't want to say I'm not a good builder, but I go in without a plan. So it does take me a really long time. But yeah, I had recorded 5 hours already. And when I closed the recording, it got corrupted and it was completely lost. So that's why if you see, like, in the beginning of this video, when I'm introducing everything, the upper part of the pond is already done. It's gone, can't fix it. It is what it is. So this laptop of mine, that's what I'm using right now. It's just a laptop. Yeah, so it's supposed to be like this really nice, like, gaming laptop. It's supposed to be like one of the best, super powerful. And up until now, I've kind of always believed that. Never had an issue with it. And I got it years ago, obviously, like, before I had even thought about, like, making a video. That was never in my mind. I only wanted it to be able to run my games. So like Minecraft, like the shaders, even now, like recording while I'm playing has never been an issue and it's never bogged down. So can you imagine my surprise when I learned that it doesn't have enough RAM to run DaVinci? It stressed me out so bad. So like the little shorts and even like the long video footage, it doesn't have a problem with it. But a few nights ago, I had imported all of this footage of the second part of the build. And I mean, honestly, like it was 8 hours long. That's a long video. But again, there was no problem with that. The problem came when I started to edit and like started cutting out footage. And when I started cutting out footage, it added so many clips to the media bin, which is normal. But like with all of those clips on the timeline, all of those clips in the bin, my computer had an absolute meltdown. So when I tell you, like, I finally got this thing from 8 hours down to, at that point, it was maybe like 30 or 40 minutes, which to me, like, that's impressive. DaVinci became unusable. Unusable. But me, being stubborn as I am, I refused to redo the edits. I already had everything cut. Everything was where I wanted. I had all my markers in there. I just needed like some minor tweaks, and maybe I was gonna do a couple of like ×2 speed or like just trimming things up. So I start looking into it, and that's when I learned about the RAM. And I'm telling you, like I was here like Googling like tips and tricks on how to get your computer to run better. It just wasn't possible. So then I start thinking like plan B. If I can just get this project out of DaVinci, I can edit it somewhere else. I didn't even care where. Just as long as I didn't lose everything that I had already done as far as like cutting and trimming. But even that was a problem. I'm telling you, at this point, if I even looked at DaVinci, the whole thing would crash. I'm telling you, I restarted my computer probably 5 to 10 times an hour since 8:30 yesterday morning. It was kind of funny at first, but you can only laugh about something so many times. It's like I start like pitching a little hissy fit about this computer and, you know, like how expensive it was. It's supposed to be super powerful, and I wasn't supposed to have to worry about a PC tower. So my fiance, bless his heart, he is like trying to help me like brainstorm, like, how can we fix this without suggesting I just start over because I would have lost my mind. So he starts asking like, well, can you use DaVinci on the PC? You know, I can see they have an app for iPad. What if you moved the footage onto there? Like, the RAM is maybe not as much, but it's still pretty powerful. Like, maybe it would have a better time. Well, the issue that I was running into, I couldn't figure out how to get the project to a place where I could even open it on another device. But I did learn that DaVinci has a cloud, but I couldn't figure out how to get the project to the cloud. So using another device, just at that point, like, I wrote it off. It wasn't an option, in my mind at least. But I had already spent so much time on this, and I just got to a place where I had to prove a point. I had to prove a point. I refused to back down. I was not going to lose to a computer. I couldn't let it beat me. I couldn't do it. We actually start looking around and find that Walmart has RAM. And it says it's in stock. So we gear up to go out. You know, we get to Walmart. He goes in, he looks for it. He comes back. He says they don't have it. And I'm thinking like, now I'm going to have to go back home after I've just done all this and made it a point to make a point. And I'm going to have to start completely over anyways. At this point, I'm kind of pissed because it's already been like 3 days that I've been trying to work on this. Because I do have a full-time job, so I can only get into this in like pockets of spare time. So I don't know. I mean, it really bothered me, the idea of it. But so he starts to say that, you know, they said they don't have it, but they said, oh, it's actually in stock the next city over. And I'm thinking that's crazy. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Like, what am I doing? I'm not about to drive to another city to go spend all this money on some RAM. Like, I can fix my problem. Like, don't come for me. I already know all this. I can fix my problem by just starting over. Like I said, had it in my head. If I'm nothing else, I'm determined. I get on the app. I switch my store location. And I'm like, well, let me see if I can just get it delivered. And it goes through, it gets put in the cart. I check out, we drive home. I get home, I open my phone. Almost immediately, I had gotten an email that they had canceled the order because it was out of stock. It's like when I'm looking at it, you know, out of stock, I'm actually not sure if it actually switched the store location because it told me that it wasn't that area, or that store didn't deliver to my area. And it's still showing in stock on the app. So, I mean, at this point, I'm already unhinged as it is. So we gear up. We go back out, drive to the city. But they had the RAM. They did. They had it. We bring it home. We get settled in the office. We got this PC like a fish. It was so nice. We get the RAM put in. And I load everything up. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Works like a charm. Beautiful. The kicker, though, is that after we got everything set up, I'm back in DaVinci. Everything's going good. I find out that I could have got this to the cloud this entire time. I could have just got it to the cloud. And it would have saved me like $300. So the cloud is free for those of you who don't know DaVinci. The cloud is free, or access to the cloud is free. But you have to pay for like a cloud folder or something like that. I can't remember exactly what they were calling it. But I could have paid like, I don't know, like $5 or $10, got this folder, moved it to the cloud. Actually, I don't know. I didn't try it, so I could be wrong. But I definitely could have moved it to the cloud and saved like the entire night's time. And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it or not, but RAM prices right now are through the roof. But yeah, this is the story about how it cost me $300 to publish this YouTube video. If you made it this far, thanks for listening to me rant, I guess. I'm much calmer now, so you're welcome for not absolutely screaming in your ear about Ram. But it was important for me to finish the video. I could have just gave up. I'm not really scared of rejection anymore, but like putting yourself out there is not my strong suit. I have a friend on YouTube, and I'll link her channel in the description if you like cozy lifestyle content. But she always says, what would you do if it didn't matter? What would you do if you weren't scared? So my answer to that today is publishing this video. Even with the absolute mess that it is, I learned so much during this process. So even if it didn't turn out the way that I had pictured it, I'm still really proud of myself. I did it. This video exists now, and it exists because I created it. And all things considered, this was actually a pretty fun process. A lot of my day-to-day life is spent like in the corporate space. So it's really nice to have this outlet to play in this fun little silly space and just kind of do what I want, say what I want, build what I want. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Drink some water, eat something good today, and I hope you have a great week.